Web of this side, and in this video I want to talk to you about how to reprogram your subconscious mind to manifest the goals that you desire. We are going to dig deeper to understand how our subconscious mind works and what is the best way to influence it so that it will start working in our favor rather than against us. I want you to stick to the very end of this video as I am going to discuss three-step process to understand the subtle nuances that will help you to reprogram your mind for success and propel you toward your goals effortlessly. Before I begin, I want to take a minute to announce that I am doing a free giveaway of my book Reality Bending. If you want to enter into the competition to win it, just comment Reality Bending in the comment section. And every single Thursday, I am going to pick one lucky winner to give my book completely free in the ebook format. Also, if you are new to this channel, here we talk about personal development, brain science, transformation psychology, spirituality, and ancient wisdom. So, if these topics interest you, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I put any new video. And with that, let's get started with this video. So in this video, I want to talk about reprogramming your subconscious mind and what we can do to influence it so that it starts working in alignment with our desire rather than sabotaging our efforts. As a matter of fact, all the result you are getting in life right now, they are the direct manifestation of what your subconscious mind is programmed to bring to you. Even if you are unhappy with those results, the subconscious mind always brings you what you have told it to bring. But for most people, there isn't an understanding of how they communicate their subconscious mind to bring them less than desirable result, right? So first of all, what I want to understand you is that the predominant language that our subconscious mind understand is emotions. Think of it this way. Anytime a person allows their limitation to be more important than their goal on emotional level, what they are actually doing is that they are communicating to their subconscious mind that these limitations are more important than their goals, and in turn they energize these limitations, and hence it produces more result that reflect those limitations back in their reality. So to give an example, if my goal is to create a successful YouTube channel, but if I feel limitation within me that I am not good at making YouTube videos, if the emotional intensity behind these limitations are more than the emotional intensity that I feel toward creating a successful channel, it will make an impression on my subconscious mind telling it that these limitations are more important. And what it does is that it brings forth result which reflect back those limitations in my reality. Also, the biggest reason why we fail to reprogram our mind is because most of the time we are absolutely clear about our limitations. We know what we are afraid of, what do we lack, where we are not good enough, but we have very little to no clarity on what we truly want. So we keep on charging these limitations more and more, but because our desires are not clear to us, we are not able to give a taste to our subconscious mind of how it would feel like achieving our goals, how it would feel like, to be successful, right? So the only reason the subconscious mind does not bring a person what they want is because they have not told it what they truly desire in the language it uses to communicate. When we tell the subconscious mind what we truly want, it start working tirelessly behind the scenes to make it happen. So to give an example, just think of a time where you were stuck on a problem. You might be dwelling on an issue but couldn't figure out the way. So you have decided to either go for a walk or watch TV for a while. And when you came back later to the problem, the solution was evident. You managed to figure out it easily. And the reason that it happened is because you told your subconscious mind that you want to solve this problem. And when you walked away from it, your subconscious mind was still working on the problem and gathering resources to solve it. So once you were back at the problem again, your subconscious mind effortlessly presented you with the solution and its finding. So the key here to understand is the way you give input to your subconscious mind. If those inputs are flawed in relation to what you want, that's not the responsibility of subconscious mind. It was simply given inaccurate inputs to work with. If you want different results, we must give it the right inputs to work with. So now I want to discuss 3-step method that will help you to reprogram your mind to help you move toward your goals. So step number 1 is accessing the state. Now think of a time in future when you have already achieved your goal. How would you feel? What emotions predominantly you would be feeling? What you would be seeing around you? Is it money, business success, healthy body, loving relationship? Focus on what you really desire and translate it into emotions and feeling. If you are having trouble attuning to that state because it is in the future and you have only an abstract idea about it, think about a time in the past when you felt abundant or loved or healthy, right? If you don't have any reference experience to replicate those feelings, what you can do is you can challenge your subconscious mind by asking questions like what it looks like and feel like if I were abundant or loved or successful, whatever your goal may be. And while doing that, you don't force anything on your subconscious mind. When you force it, it will produce a counter force. Newton's third law, right? Every force produces equal and opposite counter force. So I would recommend you to do this exercise whenever you are in calm and relaxed state. Don't push anything on your subconscious mind. We are trying to establish a relationship between our subconscious mind. And if you want any relationship to run smoothly, you should abstain from any type of force, right? So just ask this question to yourself, and if your mind is not answering them, just let it go. Ask and detach yourself from any expectation in return. Because remember, your subconscious mind continue to work behind the scene. This is how it is designed to answer any questions that you may ask. This doesn't take a lot of effort on your part. You don't have to try to feel abundant, love or healthy. You only have to very slightly access that state and notice how it feels. By doing this, what we are trying to really accomplish is that we are planting a seed in our mind. You can't simply have a plant pop out of thin air, right? To see growth, you plant that seed and nurture it with all the elements it requires to survive and let it grow. So our goal is to access the vibration that resonates with that state where all your goals are accomplished, right? And step number 2 is maintaining this state. Once you have access to this state, try to maintain it as dominant emotional state throughout your day. Try to maintain this state while working on the action that you are required to take to bring you closer to your goals. Now, initially it would be a challenge as your subconscious mind will try to replay the old programming of limitation and lack. But the key here is to understand that your conscious mind is the doorway to your subconscious mind. Initially, you have to consciously replay this new programming over and over again, accessing this state and avoid being unconscious. Matter of fact is, when we feel unconscious, we start to run in autopilot mode, and in this autopilot mode, your subconscious mind become the driver. When you are unconscious, you are kind of sleeping and your life is largely propelled by the limiting subconscious programming. The conscious mind has the ability to be in charge rather than letting the subconscious mind run on default. If a person has not spent a lot of time allowing the conscious mind to be the dominant of the two, it will take some practice to form this habit. Think of it this way: if your mind is programmed for lack and limitation and scarcity, it will keep focusing toward that only, right? So it's your responsibility to consciously direct your focus toward abundance and opportunity. So you always have this choice to redirect your focus. But because we felt unconscious and let the subconscious mind run the show, it plays as per its old programming of lack and limitation. Whatever we choose to dominantly focus on carries a dominant emotional state toward it and in turn manifests correspondingly. When you choose to change your focus from what you want to avoid or lack of it toward what is wanted, you will start seeing opportunities that are congruent to it. Previously, what you have ignored and talked yourself out of it, you will start seeing possibilities there. Just by shifting your focus and aligning your emotions towards your desires, you will start to see the doors of opportunity opening up for you. When your actions toward your goals are coming from these supportive emotions and high vibrational states, you will feel more energetic and inspired, and these actions will be more effortless than being forced. The more you operate from these states, the more you will start enjoying this journey to bring your manifestation to this physical reality. As you continue to do this and operate from these states, your subconscious mind will eventually accept this new program, and then you don't even have to consciously do that. It will just become your new neutral and more like automatic programming. And step number 3 is, whenever this old programming comes back and tries to replay itself, let it be there. Don't resist it, don't react toward it, otherwise you will end up in the feedback loop. So what happens is that when people are going through this journey and trying to reprogram themselves and things are going well, but sometimes these old programs try to come back. Understand that these programs are not completely wiped out, they are still there. You just have deprived them of energy by not focusing on them, but they are still there. So whenever they try to replay themselves, so let's say you have this thought of lack or limitation and you feel corresponding emotion of lack and limitation. What people do is that they try to resist it. They're like, oh, I am trying to reprogram myself, I shouldn't have this thought, I shouldn't be feel this way, right? So now they have this negative thought toward this negative thought, and then they have another negative thought toward this negative thought. Do you see where it's going? So the key is, whenever you have these old limiting thoughts and emotions, don't resist them, just observe them neutrally. Acknowledge that yeah, I have this emotion, and slowly just move your attention toward your wanted state. So understand that we have 3 qualities of attention, right? We have positive attention, we have negative attention, and then we have neutral attention. Both negative and positive attention has the quality of attraction. When you put positive attention towards something, you attract it in your life. When you have negative attention towards something, you also attract it in your life. So the nature of your attention doesn't care about the context of your emotion, it cares about the content of it, right? So think of it this way. If I ask you not to think about pink elephant, all you can do is think about the pink elephant. So it doesn't care about the context, rather about the content. So if you try to resist something, you attract more of it. Whatever you resist, that persists. When you observe something neutrally, without attaching any meaning to it, without attaching any emotion to it, it starts to dissolve. So when you get these old thoughts and emotions, rather than resisting them, just observe them neutrally and gently move your focus toward the desired state. By doing this, you are not charging them with emotions. Remember, emotions are the food for these programs. The more you deprive these programs by not attaching any emotions to them, the more they start to fade away and lose their power to control you anymore, right? And with that, I am concluding this video. Please comment below to let me know if that was useful or if you have any question, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and peace.